with 8 billion people on the planet, there's always going to be problems and there's always going to be ambitions. And as long as there's problems and ambitions, then there will always be a way to generate money. And you're listening to another edition of the podcast, The Making of a Coach. So many people who come to me that are in my coach's locker room. My coach's locker room is a 1-year residency with me where I literally help you create a concept, package a concept, market a concept, and monetize a concept, right? It's the coach's locker room. It's taught exclusively by me. And it's based on a book that I wrote called The Making of a Coach, which is this podcast. And it really, really helps you with the monetization of a message. So many people can't dial in a concept. So in my last session with that group, I taught how to come up with the perfect concept. And the perfect concept starts by understanding a relationship. It really starts by understanding your primary skill. Out of all of the skills that you have, what is the main skill that you have, and what problem is that skill uniquely qualified to solve? Now, this is called the fundamental relationship, and it is a relationship between a skill and a problem. From these two things, we come up with a concept, right? For example, the making of a coach is a concept. The art and practice of the professional coach and speaker, volume 1. Here's another concept. Flip the switch. Activate your drive to achieve a freakish level of success. Pray drive is a concept. So you say, Coach, package your purpose is a concept. So it's like, what concept am I uniquely qualified to talk about? What concept am I uniquely qualified to talk about? And of all the concepts, see, I've had concepts from everything from small towns and big dreams to the anatomy of winning. Wasn't a great concept. I had the inspirational leader. Everybody needs a coach in life. $1 million follow-up. Here's a big one. Person of interest. Big concept. So it's like, okay, I need to monetize my message. What is the message? What problem does the message solve? If I didn't know who you were, who would be attracted to the concept? So it's like, if you go back and you look at concepts, it's like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People is one of my first big concepts that I love with Covey. Good to Great, big concept. The 5 Dysfunctions of Teams, incredible concept by Lencioni. Atomic Habits, Mastery. I'm trying to think of the Art of War, the War of Art, the 48 Laws of Power. All big concepts. So it's like, what uniquely qualifies you, and what problem do you want to solve? So we got to go back to the past. And for me personally, it took me until I was in my 40s to really figure out, man, I am kind of a specialist at a couple things. I can't cook. I'm geographically illiterate. I can't fix anything really. I am really a specialist at activating a drive inside of people. We gave that a name, Pray Drive. I am a specialist at kind of building a know-how of winning into people from a knowledge, skill, desire, confidence. We gave that a name, Competitive Intelligence. I'm a specialist at packaging coaching and concepts together. We built a building called the Greatness Factory that we believe we can scale. We've got a money lab in there. And that is from a buddy named Judge Graham, who introduced me to that because he had one of those in his house. Then I come up with a concept called the Dream Foundry, which is a place where converts raw material to something special. The perfect concept solves a big problem. It is in complete alignment with what you are capable of doing and who you are. And people would be attracted to it and understand it immediately. If I'm walking through the airport this afternoon and I see a book title, How to Live a Non-Anxious Life. I'm thinking of that book because I bought it in the bookstore the other day, right? So when you think about this, monetization really begins with coming up with products and services that solve problems for other people. But the way they know it is they're attracted to a concept that you have. They're interested in something that you have. And it's like, boom, the greatness factory. Now that's a good concept. See, right now people are walking. It's a Sunday morning here in Nashville. People are walking down the street. You can see people coming up and down the street there, and they can see a big sign here that says the Greatness Factory right there on the outside. And they're like, what's the Greatness Factory? It's a place you go to manufacture your greatness. See, how I package the concept is important. So in the book, here's how I like to say, monetization in simple terms is the exchange of money for value. So let's break that down. People have problems and people have ambitions. And this is good news. 8 billion people on the planet. There's always going to be problems and there's always going to be ambitions. And as long as there's problems and ambitions, then there will always be a way to generate money. They can't solve those problems or reach those ambitions without the help of another person. That other person would be you. Okay? You, this is very important to this podcast, you have a demonstrated capacity that you have codified and packaged into a solution to their problems. You have marketed these solutions in the form of products or services. Let me use another word than marketing there. You have packaged your solutions. You have packaged your solutions. I begin saying lately, I am really a specialist at helping other people reach their ambitions. I'm a specialist at helping people to find, package, market, and monetize what makes them unique. I am a specialist at activating the prey drive inside of a person to want a better life, right? You have packaged your solution, which is another word to say that is your concept, in the form of a product or service. You have created demand through your various structures of exchange. It's a word I used to use a lot. I'm starting back because the Greatness Factory is a structure of exchange. It's a structure where people exchange. And more people are coming to you for your special skill set. In any business, including a coaching business, there is a cycle to monetization. Number one, the prey drive must be activated in you. Number two, you need a clear explanation of value. Number three, you must generate leads for your business. Number four, someone must follow up and convert those leads. Number five, somebody's got to engage with the people who buy your services. Number six, someone must work to keep your people engaged and possibly ascend up a value ladder. And number seven, you must become known in your space to keep driving leads. In the book, I go through 15 different strategies to generate money. But for monetization to take place, you must have a concept, an offer, a target, a conversion, and you must deliver the product or service to people. Now, the reason I'm showing you guys this is because so many people are in the coaching space and they don't have these key structures in place. And because they don't have these key structures in place, there is no clear monetization. Concept, problem, offer, monetization. And where there's no offer, there is no monetization. The offer is the coaching program. The offer is what you're going to deliver. The offer is how they're going to engage with your services. So I always like to say in the Coach's Locker Room, this is a 1-year program. We're in enrollment right now. I probably only got space for 3 or 4 people in my next enrollment. And then I'm about to do a big virtual event called Person of Interest. From Person of Interest, people are going to be invited to join the Coach's Locker Room. I only take 30 people per pod. So if you're interested in getting in, please email me, coach@coachburt.com, and say, I am interested in being in the Coach's Locker Room so I can learn how to monetize my concept. When people say, make it simple, what is the Coach's Locker Room? A 1-year residency with me to learn how to monetize your message. And I like to make it simple. You got a concept, there's a problem, there's an offer. Or in my coaching program, I say you need a concept, you need an image, you need a landing page, and you need a Zoom link or a StreamYard link, which is what I'm running this through, thanks to Bradley. So when you think about it, where are you missing your missing structure? This is what I'm helping people do at this point in my life, is really help people speak, coach, train, lead, and generate income from their unique skill sets. I'm Coach Micheal Burt. This is another edition of The Making of a Coach. The Coach's Locker Room is the program, the art and practice of the professional speaker and coach. And the title of this session was The Perfect Concept.